Yesterday, something crazy happened. I did not even assume this conversation would come back up, but if you were here 2 months ago, there was a little situation here where Luca from Niji Sanji got a big little tweet longer regarding all of the harassment matters and a lot of negative things going surrounding him. And the individual that called out of all this today got a cease and desist letter from Niji Sanji, and we're going to take a look at all of the situation going on. Before we get into that, make sure you like this video and share it, and also sub to the channel if you like these kind of reactions. Now let's get into it. Let's get into this stuff.
It's a threat. As today we check in with Anycolor Incorporated, parent company to the VTuber agency Niji Sanji English, and the employer of Luca Kaneshiro, a VTuber as a part of their Luxium wave, and the subject of an extensive document published on March 29th of 2024. That document by way of Raziel Warmonic, a former moderator for Luca. Raziel sharing that document entitled My Experience with Java / Luca Kaneshiro. This Google document being taken down within 20 hours. Raziel then offering up a PDF backup file along with a link to our YouTube video regarding that document. You can check out that episode with the link below.
In short, what the document was stating was that one, he was sitting there and they were playing VR chat, and he was sitting there jacking off all the time and doing a lot of sexual things around her, saying a lot of things like sexual things around her just generally. Then it seems to have turned into, yeah. So basically we're sitting in the way they two met, that moderator and him. The way they met is that he was always around her before he became Luca from Niji Sanji. Many situations where that he was around her, and because she was there, he would sit there and jack off, and then he would tell her that he come to listening to her. And then there were situations where they ended up more forward in time. He was asking for assistance with things when he became Luca. She complied and helped up. She was always there for him. It ended up with him and Neb holding her to do every sort of task Niji Sanji basically requested of her. Like, for example, writing writing autographs to fans. She was the one doing it, which is false advertisement. And the other things around that, all of setting up things, managing things, etc., etc. Everything that Luca had to set up and do, he was basically gaslighting her to do it herself. It resulted in a situation where she was barely ever paid. Whenever she did get paid, it would be set as commission work because Luca was not allowed to have a hired manager at all. So in the end, basically this whole thing exploded, and there was a lot of negative things going on. Luca was being very mean to her, blah, 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 blah. And we get into the document where she just leaked it all because she was dealing with too much mental trauma throughout this whole thing. Now, I'm giving you an extreme brief of this. This is a big document that has a lot of details around this. And this video itself, I think this video is 30 minutes just reading it, or more than 30 minutes reading it. So you just understand that there's a lot to this case.
This as yesterday, Raziel would update saying, I was just served a cease and desist from Anycolor Incorporated in paper. I fully intend to comply with it as I have until now and will continue to into the future.
I think this is a big mistake by Anycolor in a sort of way, because now they're bringing up this topic even more. So somebody talks about how they have been mistreated, sexual situations gone through from their, their worker. And a lot of negative things have gone there, and they've kind of basically worked her as a black company in a way. They worked her in the sense that she was being paid without any sort of like it was nearly like commission work, but she was doing a full-time job for like 5 people basically. This is all in together seems even worse in their case. I think their best move would just ignore it or try to help her come to agreement, sending a cease and desist letter. Just in the end of the day, trying to shut her up and make her not talk about it more. In the end of the day, is kind of like hurting their branding way more in the future. And I don't know how. I was thinking to myself, how can this company either in any sort of way manage to push themselves even further down? Today they have done it. They have done something so impressive.
is all I will share on the matter. Thank you. Once again, that document being covered in one of our episodes, both in full and then in a later episode in brief. The link to that episode also available below. But as a refresher in regards to that document, we have highlights such as Luca Kaneshiro being caught creating alternative Twitter accounts, trying to dissuade others from applying to Niji Sanji. Luca later also admitting to using a 3D avatar against any color rules, antagonism with others in the Luxium wave. This all while Raziel would offer up proof of uncredited work, even including creating handwritten merchandise for Luca per his instructions. Today, however, we're going to concentrate on two particular parts of this document. This section entitled Concerns with Any Color / Nijisanji Management. Raziel stating there are multiple times and instances where something would happen, and I would ask Luca if they ever received basic public relations PR training. He would inform me they did not. Any Color's management felt non-existent from what Luca had told me. While later in the document, there was a section entitled Aster Arcadia Harassing Other Co-Workers. This being yet another current VTuber with Nijisanji English.
Man, where do they find them?
Stating I can confirm that Lucas said that multiple girls were coming to him about the issue since management wouldn't do anything, and he discussed it with both Alira and I.
It is insane how much issues they have with management. It is crazy that how the whole company is getting crumbled up by just management issues, and it's been going on for so long. I don't understand how somebody can hire someone or keep it like this for so long without realizing it's an issue and change it up.
Personally told him to gather as much evidence as possible and bring it to management since it shouldn't be there, that being Luca and Alira Pandora's job to regulate this issue.
True.
To my understanding, nothing was done about it. Raziel being contacted by another Niji Sanji liver, prompting the creation of this entire document. That liver stating in these DMs that TVS has confirmed has come from a Niji Sanji liver, saying, to help you with clarity, I remember that incident, it was Aster. The document also detailing Luca harassing other co-workers, stating I also received a message from the same Nijisanji liver above about Luca harassing others inside of Nijisanji English. The message read, Luca has done a lot of bad things, not just to you, so thank you for sharing your experience. And now today we have available on hand that cease and desist document, dated May 28th, 2024, the day before Raziel had received the document by FedEx. This document entitled Notice to Immediately Cease and Desist Unlawful Activity. This document itself being sent by an international law firm, and continuing with our firm represents Any Color Incorporated. We are instructed in relation to activities carried out by you, which have caused distress and damage to reputation to Any Color and individuals to whom Any Color manages, including but not limited to the publishing of a 58-page document, publishing and promulgating, that means promoting, falsehoods against Any Color and its VTubers, and similar falsehoods spread through social media accounts you operate in breach of our client's rights and of the terms of the confidentiality agreement entered in between you and our client. This as Raziel had actually signed a non-disclosure agreement with Any Color, but more on that in a moment. The document continuing on to say the purpose of this letter, given this regretful situation, our client considers that it has no option but to instruct us to write to you seeking these activities cease. Our client trusts that this letter will be received in the spirit in which is intended as a reasonable request to end these activities. This demand is to ensure that the public is not misled by the publication of misinformation, in the protection of its VTubers who are attacked and damaged thereby, and in the protection of its own reputation as a reputable organization. Please therefore consider this letter as a reasonable demand that you cease and desist in these unlawful activities, which are particularized further below.
I feel like, whenever I look at these companies, I feel like they don't even follow rule set themselves. Like, how many illegal things have they done? Like, I don't know, like, if I think in taking Nijisanji recently, I think there was like 5 or 7 cases I can even think of top of my mind that they have done illegally. And they're sitting here now sending this kind of thing over to someone, an individual, speaking about mistreatment and stuff like that. Like, in the end of the day, like, if I get they're using this a way to make her shut up. But if we're going to take a law into matters, I bet that they have done more unlawful things within this situation because of it. The reason they want to shut this down mostly is because they have, for example, false advertisements has gone on through this thing. a lot of things has gone through this thing that where people, they don't want people to notice or talk about or be more into the spectrum, and it could put damage them if somebody would take these things, these matters legally. And I think their way is just to shut them down as soon as possible. But at the end of the day, I feel like something like this in a spot where VTubing is more international, is more discussed openly in the internet. It is not as shut down as any idol culture. Like if something happened in K-pop, for example, or J-pop, I think that unless these matters were more publicly, they wouldn't really happen. Nobody would talk about it. But in VTubing, if something happens, everybody talks about it, and this information will spread around to people that will have more focus on it. And I'm just wondering how, like, who decided that this would be a good idea in any sort of way, because this seems like such a drastic and awful step forward to take any action. This is stupid. I don't know, like, I'm feeling always impressed about their incompetence and actions and all, because every time they do something, it seems so backward compatible with everything else they do. It's just so weird.
Document continuing on improper and unlawful actions. As you're aware, Anycolor owns and operates a VTuber business involving live streaming, merchandise sales, that for some reason being merchandise with a Z, digital products, and
see, the thing is that somebody wrote this. You're thinking to yourself, oh my god, a cease and desist letter. You think that a lawyer wrote this. Like, in the end of the day, the ones working at that company are high schoolers. They're young adults. Most of the time, the people working there and doing all of these things don't even know what any rights are internationally or any rules that are international. Every act they've done, it clearly shows that they have zero freaking idea about what anything has to do with anything, what is legal, what is not, what action you proceed with, because they keep on fucking up on everything. They can't even write their cease and desist letter properly whenever these things are nearly a copy paste situation with a template that is so easy.
promotional services. Anycolor has a recognized reputation in the industry. Oh, yes, they do. Managing numerous livers and VTubers. Anycolor takes pride in the care and attention it provides to its business and its clients, including to the VTubers who operate on Anycolor's platform.
They don't.
Anycolor's positive reputation and good name.
They don't have a positive reputation or a good name at all.
Are no small part of its success.
I don't know. Let's go look at their stocks. Give me a moment. Anycolor stocks. Wow. What such success. Man. Yeah. You keep that up. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Look at that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boom. Like, wow. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But I don't see really any success here. Like, this seems like going bad.
Our client became aware
That's
of a
great business,
58-page
right?
document posted online on or about March 29th of 2024 under an account that you maintain as an online persona, Raziel Warmonic. The document was published at the following link, but was removed by Google within a day for violating its terms of service. It remains accessible, however, to a significant audience at the following link, as was inevitable. It has also been republished, including in video summary form at, yes, that's right, the cease and desist document directly links to our video published later that day.
Hey, wait, is FalseEyeD gonna get one as well? Let's go.
On March 29th. Your document purports to depict events between you and a VTuber managed by Anycolor known as Luka Kaneshiro. We understand that many of the references you make in connection with Luka Kaneshiro are false. Hello.
Aha. So you have documentation.
Or misleading. Also,
Aha. So I don't know, like, where do you see falsehood or misleading whenever these things are documented and they're in a live chat and you have documentation, timestamps, and everything in it? It's not false. But also, by the way, lying like this is now, if you lie like this, I wonder what any court case would say about it.
simultaneously, you assert false, and serious accusations about Anycolor's business practices and management, which are significantly.
They forgot we're not in Japan. I don't think even Japan allows people to lie like this. I just think they're incompetent. I think they're just incompetent. like in reality, you would have lost they don't have anything in most cases, and every case they show, everything, the evidence they present, it's filled with just holes and lies. Like, I don't know, like they can't prove anything, and everything that is proven proves it proves against them. So it's like, I don't know what they're thinking. I will say this full-heartedly. I will say this: be happy that you are dealing with young adults and teenagers, because if you were dealing with someone in the age of 30 that wasn't worried about international business in any sort of way, they would probably find somebody that would be interested in taking your money. There are these easy cases. There are a bunch of companies out there that loves to sue people or go put them in court to take their money. At least big companies like this with billions of dollars, whenever you fucked up this bad, be so grateful, AnyColor, that you are dealing with VTubers that just hit 18, that are 19, 20, 21-year-old. Be so goddamn happy, because if you were dealing with older generation, if you're dealing with millennials, they would just seek out someone to take the case for them, not with them, for them, and take your money. Because you would have like, you would see your guilty count like Donald Trump yesterday. Did y'all see that? It went from 1 guilty, 2 guilty, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 34. This would be you. Holy.
Mislead readers about the true position at AnyColor, causing serious harm to its reputation. Among the many false, I can do this all day, statements are serious accusations erroneously asserting unprofessionalism, mismanagement, and neglect, including but not limited to the following. Number 1. Yes, that's right. Even the cease and desist letters from the law firm representing AnyColor have bullet point lists. This document having not 1, but 2 bullet point lists. Again, beginning with 1, that AnyColor's management of a VTuber was quote-unquote non-existent, and that AnyColor provided 0 support or PR training for its VTubers. Later, continuing on in another section entitled The True Position is 1, referencing that earlier number 1, saying AnyColor takes great care to provide support and training to the VTubers, including providing compliance training programs and covering and explaining the laws and rules which VTubers must follow. That's right, we have VTuber laws. 2,
VTuber law. We have VTuber law, guys. VTuber have made it. We have laws for VTubers. Oh my.
Refused to take any action when multiple women came forward concerning alleged harassment by another liver. Saying further, AnyColor takes its responsibility towards employees and those it manages and treats any allegations of misconduct seriously. It reacts appropriately to any allegations brought to its attention, including personal consultations with its human resources and or legal representatives, and since April 12th of 2024, that by the way being 2 weeks after Raziel had published the document, through its quote internal whistleblowing policy for livers. This internal whistleblowing policy for livers not being made available for reading in this document. And lastly, 3, that AnyColor has previously tried to suppress the quote-unquote stories you have propagated in your document. Continuing with, AnyColor has not taken steps to suppress the accusations asserted in your document, and nor would it, save by way of this proper channel, seeking to prevent the public from being misled by the propagation of damaging.
They can't like go against it. Like you don't have any evidence. Like you can't do any counterpoint toward any of the evidence, because then you would, like, in the end of the day, you would prove that they're right and nothing is false. Second of all, you don't have anything to prove against it because it's all true.
Misinformation being put into the public domain by way of your document. This in no way being any form of allegation that Raziel herself has ever made, whether on another platform or within the document itself, but also simply being untrue. As the Nijisanji subreddit, ran exclusively by employees and livers of Nijisanji, had gone on to remove numerous links to that document. This subreddit now being so extreme in the posts that it has removed, that as of today, nearly every post made in the year 2024 has been removed from the subreddit. The Nijisanji moderators and employees simply leaving behind the happy birthday post to their Nijisanji English livers. The cease and desist continuing on with, you are likely aware that these falsehoods are damaging to any color, and those refer to, not least evidenced by the fact that you seek to make your accusations under the cover of anonymity by way of a fabricated identity, presumably to seek to avoid liability. This particular accusation and the cease and desist letter, simultaneously ignoring that VTubers use online handles. Online handles have been used for decades. Online handles are used by the Nijisanji livers themselves, all while Raziel herself has used her real name time and time again in relation to the Raziel moniker throughout previous years. Those statements have the significant propensity to harm any color's ability to operate its business, retain and accept future clients, and protect its proprietary information such as its contractual terms by your unauthorized references to and publication of them. In sum, your document appears purposely designed to garner online attention with false and defamatory statements based on no information or upon distortions and misrepresentations, and for which there can be no justification or possible public interest. And so there you have it.
Bro, they're loving the buzzword,
by way of their law firm, stating that in no way is it in the public's interest to know of the numerous issues brought forward regarding Luca Kaneshiro in this document.
Well, that's where they're
numerous
wrong.
issues also revealed about any color within this document. Finally, the cease and desist, getting to the what our client seeks section, stating in light of the extent to which your document has been circulating online and entirely expectedly has been republished and it's false, accusations repeated, it will lead to potentially significant damage to our client's reputation. We reserve our client's rights in this regard, but in the meantime, our client believes that it has had no option other to engage counsel to seek an end to this conduct and to protect itself, its staff, and its business and reputation. Accordingly, we require that you forthwith cease publishing these or any similar false and defamatory statements concerning any color and its business.
They love that, don't they? Wow.
Or from discussing company business in breach of your contractual provisions. As you expressly agreed in Article 6, the confidentiality agreement you signed with us, if you violate or are likely to violate that agreement by disclosing confidential information, any color has the right to demand that you cease such violation, and you shall comply with that demand. This demand constitutes that reasonable request contractually provided for. So regarding that confidentiality agreement, TVS earlier confirming with Raziel that yes, she had actually signed a confidentiality agreement with Any Color Incorporated. Any Color Incorporated listing themselves here as Party A, and the document itself made up of 11 articles, the most important at this time being Article 4, that regarding the effective term of this non-disclosure agreement, stating the effective term of this agreement shall be 2 years from the date of execution of this agreement. The provisions of Articles 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10, effectively the entirety of the NDA, shall remain in full force and effect for 2 years, even in the event where this agreement is terminated due to expiration of the effective term, cancellation, or for any other reason. Raziel herself being no stranger to non-disclosure agreements, having worked within the gaming industry, and knowing full well most non-disclosure agreements do last for 2 years. So the question is, when did that non-disclosure agreement go into effect?
I wonder, when did you sign it? Oh, I mean, that makes sense. Now this makes sense. Okay.
Date happens.
So, dude, they haven't even gone through their own documents. Are you kidding me? Dude, oh my God. How the fuck do they not even understand that simple thing?
To be December 6th of 2021, effectively coming to an end due to that effective date section on December 6th of 2023. Raziel Warmonic not sharing any of her details regarding Luca Kaneshiro until 2024, meaning that this cease and desist is effectively referencing a confidentiality agreement that is well outside of its effective term.
There you have it.
Requiring Raziel to cease the publishing of such documents, which she has long since done. The Luca Luka Kaneshiro document being her final word on the matter, meaning that Raziel had long since already ceased and desist on her own, well before receiving this actual C&D. The document more reasonably ended
And
with...
it sounds like, how long do you think she's been holding up with this? That's the thing. Like, how long has she sat there and thinking, like, wanting to share this information, or because she's like had enough of it? How long has she need to deal with all this nonsense? In the end of the day, it sounded like to me she held herself shut off until she could speak about it, because this is, I mean, man.
Now that we have been retained as
8 to 10 months
counsel,
territory.
now
Yeah,
please direct
probably.
any and all further communications relating to this
I
matter
bet
to
it
the
took like a
undersigned
year
and not
before
directed
she
to our
realized
client,
what was
and
going
you
on.
should please not contact our client or its representatives, nor any of our clients' VTubers directly about this matter, as that may be considered an instance of harassment against them. Given the serious nature of this matter,
these
you may
fucking
wish
guys,
to take
man.
independent legal advice. If you have
These
attorneys instructed,
guys.
please forward this letter to them and let us know the name and contact details of those attorneys to facilitate communication with them directly. For the avoidance of doubt, we acknowledge that you are entitled to discuss this matter with a legal representative for the purpose of seeking legal advice.
Bro, how about you take that advice yourself? Like, what kind of legal, who in their legal mind took a look at this shit? Like, let's be real.
Should note for completeness that this is not a complete recitation of our client's rights, and that we reserve its rights in their entirety, and that if you choose not to resolve this matter sensibly and cooperatively in the manner set forth in this letter, our client will be forced to consider alternate legal recourse.
Bro, I
However,
bet
we
a
trust that this letter
17-year-old
will be
wrote this shit.
received in the spirit in which it is intended, to seek to end this unnecessary attack on our client and for the parties to go their separate ways in a dignified manner. The legal representative with this firm then signing the document, once again this being a cease and desist letter, not a cease and desist order. Users going on to react to this with the strides
And you
and
can send
effect.
the seasons desist letter anytime. You can always send this, so this doesn't matter,
It's
you
an
know.
unintended consequence of attempts to hide, remove, or censor information, where the effort instead increases public awareness of the information.
Exactly.
Alongside reminder that Luka
That's what I said. Like, you're now putting this more. This topic was kind of like put under the rug for a bit, because like that's how, in reality, everybody remembers things. Most people remember things, but a conversation is usually ongoing for 2 to 14 days. And then it's brushed away and calmed down. This topic wasn't really discussed that much recently. I talk about it many times, but a lot of people, like general audience, don't talk about this that much. Now that you've done this, you're bringing up the topic again and making it worse.
Shiro broke several terms in the Niji contract, and other livers were terminated for far less. This all while we now turn to our co-host Cody on his way out to the
Let's go,
Offsite
Cody.
Expo, where he'll be available for a VTuber meet
Damn.
and greet this Saturday, June 1st from 3 to 3:50 p.m. at the Culture booth. As just before at the same booth, our co-host Lady will be performing her very own VTuber meet and greet from 2 to 2:50 p.m. Once again at the Culture booth at Offsite Expo this weekend. As now we turn over to Cody with more things VTubers say.
Hi yo! It's been a while since my last segment, so let's go through some of the big beats from Hololive Japan over the last few weeks, starting with the Wolf Mama Okami Mio. Earlier this year, Street Fighter player Uma won first prize at the Capcom Cup while wearing Okami Mio's 1 million subscriber celebration hoodie.
Big.
Due to popular demand, the hoodie is now back in stock, this time
That's
as
a cool hoodie.
2024 re-release, complete
That's
with a
a really cool
2024
hoodie.
label to distinguish it from the million sub merch. At the end of April, Mio took to social media to make a short tweet and announce a break due to a change in her health, and will hopefully be back for
Oh,
Gamers
no.
Fest, a live event hosted by Hololive Gamers. She then updated fans a week later to let them know of an extended break with a hopeful return for mid-May. But as mid-May came around, an announcement went live, this time from the Hololive Gamers Fest account, which declared that Okami Mio would not be appearing at the festival. This was followed by an additional announcement from Hololive to give some more context for fans, saying that due to health conditions, Mio will no longer be participating in both Gamers Fest and Musicverse. She has been diagnosed with a health condition that requires long-time treatment, and further details are withheld to respect her privacy. Mio took to social media to provide some additional information, saying, "I'm extremely sorry for having to deliver such unfortunate news at such a big event, and to all of you who are looking forward to it. I was determined to make a full recovery in time for the event, but my condition was more severe than expected. I waited until the very last minute to see if I could perform, but there was no change in my situation, and it was unclear if I'd be able to perform on stage on the day, so I've decided not to participate at this time. I'm sorry to everyone who was looking forward to it and bought tickets. I wanted everyone to see what I had prepared, but I don't think this would have been possible without a healthy body that can move well. I'm reflecting on the fact that maybe I didn't take care of my own health. I'll be watching and supporting Hololive Gamers Fest and Musicverse with my streaming tickets. For everyone that has been supporting me, I'm really sorry. Despite getting so much support from you, to have to make this announcement pains my heart. I want to come back healthy and ready to have fun with everyone again. This may be selfish of me, but I'd be happy if Miofa's Forest can wait patiently for me. Thank you so much to Watame for adjusting her schedule for me in light of the situation, and to everyone performing at Gamers Fest, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I hope with all my heart both Gamers Fest and Musicverse is a great success. Mio's illustrator went on to reply with some words of comfort, saying it's a tough decision, but you made the right one. Everyone wants to see you back on your feet again, so don't feel sorry for yourself. Fellow gamer Nekomata Okayu responded to Mio with, I miss you so much. I will do my best so that Mio can rest. I can't wait to say welcome back. Inugami Korone went on to say, it's okay Mio, take a good rest and come back refreshed. Mio went on to tweet on her sub account to say thanks for all the kind words, and that she'll tell everyone why she was hospitalized when she returns. Further adding, she has nothing to hide. She's on an intravenous drip and it's her first time hospitalized, so she wants to talk to everyone about it. As mentioned in the announcement, Tsunamaki Watame will replace Mio's appearance for Musicverse, and Gamers Fest would continue to go on without Mio. However, due to the sales format and system, they are unable to provide refunds for the concert. A one-day ticket for the live stream cost fans just under $40.
That's not too bad,
extras that included a voice pack and wallpaper. The opening scenes
at least it's not $200
for free. And in celebration of the event, the Hololive Gamers released an original song titled We Are Gamers. On May 25th, day one of Gamers Fest went ahead as planned, with the talent experiencing a roller coaster of emotions. Okayu said, when the three of us were singing, I was about to burst into tears.
That's
Thank
so
you all
cool.
For the smiles. I'm so happy to have met the Hololive Gamers.
Damn.
The rookie shared a similar experience, saying the moment the concert started, I felt like crying, and I didn't look forward during the song. I ended up looking down a bit, which I regret, but I was supported by everyone's cheers. I'm glad I was able to sing. Mio, who was watching the live stream, went on to say, if there's a next time, I definitely want to be on stage with all four of us. As day 2 came to a close, Korone posted, I'm so happy I'm at Hololive. I'm happy to be a gamer. I'm happy to have met you all. Next time, I'll definitely be there with Miosha. Thank you for your cheers, and thank you for waving your pen lights. Mio was brought to tears as she posted, I was watching the stream to show my support, but I could feel the emotions of everyone not forgetting about Mio. Thank you to the Holomems on stage, the viewers, and everyone at the venue. Even though they didn't have to think about me as I wasn't there, I didn't expect to hear my name mentioned so much. It brought tears to my eyes. Okayu added, there were beautiful pen lights that made you feel like Mio was by your side. The fans' response, the members who enjoyed it together, everything is a precious treasure to me. The archive for the concert will remain up until June 24th, with the English and Korean subtitles going live on June 1st. Next up, we talk fashion.
They even have Korean subtitles. That's great.
Outfits, starting with a member of the Hololive Gamers, Inugami Korone, who as part of her 5th anniversary showed off her Viking-themed outfit, complete with a helmet and cape. Omaru Polka made sure to capture the best angles of the showcase. As she posts, I screamed out loud. She was wearing a bikini armor and has godlike ears. Korone's outfit wasn't the only thing she dropped, as she went ahead and released a new song titled Trouble Wander, as well as a jacket so fans can match her style. Next on the catwalk is Omaru Polka, showing off a red checkered outfit and saying, I've straightened my hair. I hope you like it. Further adding that she loves jingling necklaces. The new outfit is another addition to Polka's fashionista style. Moving on, we check out the Perfect Pitch Tenshi, Amane Kanata, who teased a new outfit featuring some oversized sleeves. The design by Oshi Oshio is a summer hoodie and swimsuit design, with a very convenient fold on the frills of her swimsuit that would cause fans of the cutting board to make a double take, and makes me question whether I need to censor it or not. Next up is Yukihana Lami, who revealed a summer outfit that you would find in her elven
At least we're getting some good news off of that awfulness.
Not 2, but 3 different hairstyles.
Jesus.
Asking fans which one do you prefer. Also getting a new outfit was Takane
You just missed the drama.
British-inspired gothic costume.
We got some more later on,
complete
though.
with a small hat and glasses. Next up is the OG Tokino Sora, who received a new outfit as part of her birthday stream. Orodon was behind the design of her new 2024 outfit and hairstyle redesign, which Nodoka captured, saying she's a true idol. Moving on, we have Tokoyami Toa, who revealed her new ladylike outfit with 2 different styles, a long-haired version as well as a short-haired version. Lastly, in outfits, we turn to Momo Suzu Nene, who is celebrating her 1000th video on YouTube and revealed some loungewear and bed hair as part of her celebration. On the topic of celebrations, a few talent have just hit some milestones in their VTubing careers. Now joining the 1 milli club is Roboko Kana-san, who has become the 42nd member of Hololive to hit the milestone, and was later followed by Azuki, who has announced her major debut live concert taking place at KT Zepp Yokohama on August 3rd. Additionally, her first major album, Root If, has a release date for July 24th. The world's strongest idol, Akai Hato, has reached 1.5 million subscribers and celebrated with a sausage party, taking to social media to post what she ate. Also hitting a milestone is the elite idol Sakura Miko, who has reached 2 million YouTube subscribers. And so has the cosplaying maid, Minato Aqua. Hitting 3 million subscribers is the cosplaying pirate, Hosho Marine, who interviewed her dad and Yago as part of the celebration stream, and also teamed up with Hololive Indonesia's Kobo to release an original song. Lastly, in milestones, we turn to Hoshimachi Suisei, whose recent hit, Bibi Diba,
Kobo has
has
the
overtaken the
coolest
views
hair
for
of all
Stella Stella,
VTubers,
making it
is
Suisei's
insane.
most viewed music video, which at the time of this recording is now at 40 million views in 2 months, and sits in the 100 global top music videos on YouTube. Suisei was also featured on GQ Japan's YouTube channel, talking about her top 10 things she can't live without. In other news, Hololive has announced a brand new project called Magical Girl Holo Witches. The promo video features Hololive talents Luna, Miko, Kanata, Marine, Chloe, and Shion. The project aims to introduce various forms of content such as anime, manga, and live streams based on magical girl lore and settings. The manga serialization has already launched, with 52 pages released and regular updates every Monday. Merchandise
So
for
they're
the new
coming out with a
project is now
manga as
available
well
for
on top of
purchase,
it all.
and character sheets for each member in the promo video have also been released. Hololive have revealed some details about an
Now
official
this is
Hololive
what I
card
assume
game,
from
which
a
is now
big
scheduled for September
VTuber org,
2024.
not what
And
the fuck
currently under
Niji's
development
doing.
is a global version
Holy
of
shit.
the Holo Plus app, where fans can catch up on the latest news and streams of Holo Pro talent. Lastly, in today's updates, we turn to Ayami, the illustrator of Yozora Mel, who has announced the last 2 books containing artwork with Mel-chan. Night Sky Memory, a collection of artwork featuring the vampire, is now available via Melon Books. But that's everything from me. Back over to you, False.
Thank you so much, Cody. Once again, both our co-hosts Cody and Lady being available for VTuber meet and greets this weekend at the Our Culture booth at the Off-Kai Expo. Hope to see you there. As that is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
Yeah, I mean,
This was followed by an initial...
so these are just, yeah. So I mean, like, in my opinion, I am absolutely impressed on their incompetence in any sort of way. I think they should be so happy again that they are dealing with individuals that are so young that have no idea what they should do, proceed with, because this is insane on their incompetence in every sort of level of what they're doing. And it is a disgrace. It's very hard for me to even want to like protect, like say anything positive about the company whenever every single week, every single day, every single moment I hear about that company this entire year, it's been negative. It's been bad. They're always doing something illegal, something awful, mistreating people, trying to scam their fans, trying to do this and that. It's always something going on. And I'm gonna be honest, I am tired of hearing about Niji Sanji. I'm like so tired of listening to that company now. I hope that, I don't know, like the problem is that I also feel bad for their talent because they have great people there. I like Vox. I like a lot of people. I like a lot of people there. You know, like I personally like a lot of people. A lot of fans like a lot of people in that company. But the company itself is just what's the awful part, and it just sucks. Because you want to support those people, you want to support the talents within the company, but there are just you just get so exhausted after hearing all of this nonsense coming out on every single day, every single week about them, that it's kind of hard to even like watch anything, right? Because it gives you that disgusting stain, like you just feel it just seems disgusting to go through. Regardless, I don't know, tell me what you think. I'm personally, I hope that this is the last drama thing I'm hearing about that company, because I'm tired. I'm kind of tired of listening to it. I'm tired of covering it because they keep on fucking up all the time. I just hope somebody takes them to court soon at some point. Like, I think is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, like this video if you like it, sub to the channel if you like these reactions. I'll see you next time. Peace.